Hello guys, and this is Brian here of the Nintendo Newswire. Today I'm going to give you my first impressions of the brand new game that was recently released, I'd say maybe a couple weeks ago? Last week? The 26th of June, so that was last week. Give my first impressions on Shovel Knight. It's a brand new indie game created by Yacht Club Games. It was funded on Kickstarter, and it was one of the first few games I've actually ever kickstarted. And backed actually, and I've been following this entire game throughout its entire development process from last year, which was like a long ways away. I think it was around April of Jesus, how long was it ago? April of last year when they officially got backed and they got funded and everything, up until now, in which it's finally released. They were aiming to release in 2013, I remember, originally, but since they couldn't meet that deadline, they decided to push it forward to 2014, the summer of 2014, and I was right, they did get funded on April 13th, 2013, and I want to talk about this game. This game, from the time I played it, I'm almost near the end of the game, haven't beaten it yet, so I'm looking forward to actually beating Shovel Knight. Basically, this game has a 8-bit aesthetic to it. It reminds you a lot of the old school NES games that you would play. The music is fantastic. They're the composers, Jake Kaufman. The music is fantastic, as Jake Kaufman, as you know, usually works with like Way Forward and all those types of companies. He did the music for Mighty Switch Force, Mighty Switch Force 2, DuckTales. I think he did DuckTales Remastered actually. He did the music for, what else did he do? Did the Shantae game, Risky's Revenge, and I'm absolutely in love with this game. This game is definitely a love letter to the NES days. I mean, one of Shovel Knight's attacks is him bouncing on his shovel off of enemies, and that is a direct homage to Scrooge McDuck's attack from DuckTales, the DuckTales game, as we all know. And that is fantastic. I love all these items that they come out. The different knights that you get to fight against, like the Tinker Knight, the King Knight, Spectre Knight, Treasure Knight especially. They're all different in each way. None of them feel like they're rehashes of each other. And they're like, they have no specific pattern to them, so you gotta figure out your own strategy right as you go in. No two times when you fight these bosses are they going to be using the same pattern at all. I think that's what's really fantastic about this game, is because you have to set your strategy right as you get into there. When you got to read their moves and everything, figure out what they're going to do, and then you find the time to strike. And that's something that I really love about these types of games. It's just something fantastic that I just love so much about these games. As I mentioned before, the music really sets the tone for the entire game, and I really love that about when you have certain mood set to the game, and it just feels right when you listen to that, and that's something that I really love about these types of games. Also using the 8-bit aesthetic to, it's not just because it's trying to be some artsy-fartsy 8-bit retro style game. This game literally feels like you could just pop this into your Nintendo, your old Nintendo, and actually play it. I mean, heck, it feels like I'm playing like an old Mega Man game or DuckTales, as I said before. It just has those awesome moments when you feel like you're just really powerful with all these different relics you collect. Like there's this fishing rod with like a giant anchor on the end of it, or you get this rapier, which lets you fly through the air for a short period, or the knuckles, which lets you punch through dirt blocks and everything, which you collects all the different stuff, and it's so fantastic. I love this type of stuff when you have these types of games with power-ups that are similar to Mega Man. But as I said before, these don't affect bosses. They don't give higher damage. Mostly, you're going to be using your shovel. Actually, 100% you're going to be using your shovel, and that's something I love about this. It's a simple tool, but you don't think it's going to be deadly at all. And I keep repeating myself, but I've been having a lot of fun with this game. I mean, the character is awesome. The different knights are awesome. I love the designs of them. And I cannot wait until we get the update which allows for the playable bosses. I think we're, for the Dig the Vote, I think we're getting King Knight. Shoot, I can look that up right now. I think we're getting King Knight, Treasure Knight, and I think somebody, maybe Spectre Knight, as our playable knights for all those. And that's going to be great. I think that's going to be bringing an interesting mechanic to everything. We're also getting like a gender swap mode. You're playing as a female Shovel Knight, and every single character in the game is going to be gender swapped. So instead of your regular Triple King, who gives you like health items or whatever, it's going to be the Triple King, and everybody else is going to be gender swapped, which is pretty. I think it's going to bring something interesting to it. I don't know what else is going to be in. I'm hoping there's a lot of things that they could definitely add into the game. I think for the 3DS version as well. On the Wii U version, I know they have the Digger's Diary, which is integrates with Miiverse, and currently the 3DS version has Miiverse as well. But during the development of Shovel Knight, Miiverse wasn't released yet, so they didn't have time to work that into it. I'm hoping that sometime in the future that Yacht Club Games does add the Digger's Diary to the 3DS version, because that would be really cool to have that to be similar style to that of the Wii U version. I'm also hoping they can somehow add in the 4-player battle mode, where you can go online and everything with that. In addition to the Street Pass feature they have for the Street Pass Arena, you can, when you pass people who also own Shovel Knight, you can battle their Ghost Knights and everything, and that's going to be pretty cool as well. Another thing, what else? I'm thinking we're going to be. I'm hoping, like, if they ever decide to do this, they add on some maybe additional story to Shovel Knight. Like after that, maybe you get the ability to play as a Shield Knight, or heck yeah, add on a different story and just have Shield Knight as the protagonist to that. Maybe saving Shovel Knight. I think that would be some really cool downloadable story if they ever decide to add it in update in the future. I think that's all I have to say about Shovel Knight, really. Overall, for my first impressions, I'm really in love with this game. This definitely is, as I said before, is a homage to the NES days. It's definitely a homage to, it's a love letter to all those fantastic platformer games. And if you made a mistake in the game and you died, it's on you. It's not on the game. It's your fault that you made that mistake. And that's something I love about it. It challenges you and makes you, and strives for you to improve your skills in the game. And I can't wait to finally do a full review on this. That should be coming in maybe a couple weeks or so. I have to check out when I finish the game and everything. I gotta record the footage and everything for that. But check back in a couple weeks and I'll have a full review of Shovel Knight. And I'll give you guys my overall opinion on the game and everything. This has been my first impression of the game Shovel Knight by Yacht Club Games. And right now, as it stands, I definitely recommend you guys check it out. For this first impression, I'm giving it... actually, I'm not going to give it a score right now, but it'll be out of 10 when the full review comes. So definitely check out this game if you like it, or like NES classic games. And remember, subscribe to me here on YouTube if you like these types of videos. I'll be doing it for every type of video I get. Any game that I possibly get in the future, I'll be giving you guys my first impressions of it. And hopefully you guys enjoy this as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye!